What happens when you miss your stop and it leads to the most unexpected, most page-turning moments of your life? Hi, I'm Virginia Waugh, the creator of Over It Miles, a quirky young adult comedic comic about strange encounters, adapting to new situations, and the messy process of moving forward. It's dramatic and fun in the best way. Designing these characters and being able to tell their stories throughout the years has been one of the most meaningful parts of my journey as the story starts with Bridget Killigan, who ends up stranded outside the city of Bellflower after falling asleep on the last bus home. That's where she meets Leo's son, our second protagonist, who happens to be on the same bus on his way home. The two cross paths, and Joy awkwardly helps Bridget out by letting her stay over at his place till morning. And that's when the world of Over It Miles and the story itself begins to unfold. I started Over 8 Miles back in 2016 when I was just figuring out adulthood, my creative identity, and mental health. I wanted to tell a story that felt honest, one that didn't rush healing or romance, that allowed my characters to be flawed, quiet, and uncertain, where we don't fully understand them yet. Over time, this comic has become a constant for me. I was working on it every chance I got. I was working on it during school. I was working on it during lunch. I was working on it morning, day. I was working on it. I'm still working on it. 10 years later, I'm still working on it. And I love how it's grown into like this fully realized world that this doesn't live in my head. It's amazing how the characters have evolved alongside me as a creator. What started as something that has become so personal to me has grown into this long-term storytelling journey. Now, as the comic reaches its 10th year, I am more than determined to finish the last 3 chapters of the story. And I'd love help to help me get there. By supporting me on Patreon, you get exclusive perks and access to all my content revolving around the comic that you would not see publicly. Patrons get early access to my behind the scenes, my exclusive short stories, all the thumbnails, and of course the final pages of the current chapter I'm working on before it is released to the public. I do not post this anywhere else on the web. So if you want to be a Patreon, you will be gifted with all those special perks of my behind the scenes, my work in progresses, my thoughts, my short stories, all of that really good stuff. Depending on the tier you get, you could also get other goodies like prints, and sometimes I also memorialize with my patrons into the graffiti of the world of Over 8 Miles. So that's a nice perk to have as well, in case you're interested in that. So if you'd like to support an indie Canadian comic artist such as myself, feel free to find me on Patreon. It's easily patreon.com/over8miles, and I hope to see you there. Bye!